LuxAir Jets is excited to announce the new, most convenient way to fly nonstop from Lexington to historic Saratoga Springs throughout the racing meet. We are now offering exclusive group packages on our luxurious private jets. Each package offers a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you can share with your friends, family, or business partners. Call for pricing and availability.
I prevailed upon my friend Dave Grening to join, a very busy Dave Grening, to take a couple of minutes out of his day to join us for the Saratoga Report, brought to you by LuxAir Jets as we're heading into the final 3 days of the meet, and very important days at that, the big Saturday Woodward card, and then the final days of the head-to-head battle between Todd Pletcher and Chad Brown in what turning into a very intense duel for the training title. First, just a little news of the day today. Back on the work tab here for the first time in quite a while was Seymour Deeney. First time here for sure. Seymour Deeney, whose last 3 starts have resulted in victories by a total of like 36 lengths, or seems like about a half a mile. He's been pointing now forward, as Linda Rice never intended to run him here. So just give me a little background on what's happening with Seymour Deeney.
Well, he came out of the last race, which is called the State Dinner Stakes, on July 3rd or 4th at Belmont Park with a little issue that needed to be addressed, Linda said. Spent about a couple weeks on Patty Hogan's farm, Dr. Patty Hogan's farm in central New Jersey. Shipped back up here after that stay, and today, as you mentioned, was his first workout since the state dinner. It was actually a 5/8 work, which is a little odd for a first-time work off a break. The goal for this horse is the Cigar Mile on December 2nd. Likely target before that would be the Bold Ruler at Belmont Park late October. As we're into September, he'll have plenty of time to get some more workouts in. If she squeezes another race into him, I'm not sure where that would be, especially since she has Matt King Cole for a race like the Kelso on September 23rd. He worked yesterday a minute and 3/5. His first work after a 3rd place finish in the Governor's Cup at West Virginia on April 5th or 6th.
We all rushed over to the turf course this morning, not only for the regular session, but there were 3 special works, not all relevant to Belmont once we leave here, but a couple who we may see over there. We had La Coronel win an easy half in 49, finished well. Sands Point?
Sands Point for her, that's on the 16th of September at Belmont.
And her stablemate World Approval kind of burned the watches this morning, 58 and change, with a strong gallop out, very strong gallop out. Blinkers on today.
Yeah, he doesn't typically work him in blinkers. That's the 4-star Dave winner. He's going to point for the Woodbine Mile on September 16th. Mark Cassidy said he wanted a sharp workout from this horse today, and he didn't want to put him in company. So in lieu of that, he put him in blinkers, worked him inside of the dogs, which the stakes horses are allowed to do. And like you said, he burned up the turf course. Going to stay here, probably have one more work here before shipping to Woodbine a few days before the race.
And world record holder Disco Partner, he didn't burn up the course today like you might expect the fastest horse in the world to do, but he was out there inside the dogs as well, an easy half mile. And where's he going next?
Yeah, Christophe Clement's got 2 choices. One would be the Woodbine Mile. If you watch World Approval today, he may not want to go there. The other option is the Belmont Turf Sprint Invitational, which I believe is October 7th. Clement also has Pure Sensation, who's in the Turf Monster at Parks on Monday. That horse could also come back in the in the Belmont Sprint, so a little juggling to do there with those 2 top sprinters.
We mentioned the trainers race. As we filmed this, it was still Chad Brown ahead by 1, but both trainers have a lot of bullets to fire this weekend. Actually, Todd has a few more. Give us the details of what we can look forward to the next few days from the 2 leading trainers, and who do you think is going to win it?
Well, here are the numbers anyway. In the last 3 days of the meet, Todd has 33 horses entered in 25 races. I think there's 33 altogether of races left. So he's got in the final 3 days, he's participating in 25 of them. Chad Brown's only participating in 16. He's got 25 entered in 16. So from the sheer number standpoint, you got to give the edge to Todd. Now, some of those are also eligibles at MTOs. Now Sunday the MTOs may come into play with the rain. Some of the more interesting head-to-head battles though are Saturday's Spinaway, where you've got Pure Silver for Todd, who's more accomplished than Chad's Separation of Powers, but I don't know that there was a more impressive maiden winner, male or female, at the meet than Separation of Powers. I think the Saturday Spinaway is an interesting showdown. In the the 3-year-old turf stake of Saranac, I believe. I think Bricks and Mortar goes up against one of Todd's horses in that spot. And well, you also have in the older stake on Monday, Takeover Target versus American Patriot. Although that's an interesting dilemma there because American Patriot will only run if it's firm, and I'm guessing Takeover Target may only run if it's soft because he likes soft ground. Chad also has projected in there. Could go down to the last race of the whole meet where Todd runs a maiden Connie A in the finale. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it should be a good battle all the way. Did you? You didn't make a pick yet, though.
I'm gonna just because of numbers, I'll pick Todd. I think Chad will win the spin away. I think that filly's really, really good, but I think there's some spaces there that Todd's going to win also. So, like you said, as we film this, Todd's got to make up one, but just the numbers say that he's got the chance to do it.
Okay, we just spoke about the spin away. Actually, Separation of Power has been working terrific since her last start. So is Lady Ivanka. We mentioned that yesterday. Don't count her out either. She may upset the whole apple cart, beat both of them in there tomorrow, the way she's working. Let's take a quick look at the big one, the Woodward. We talked about it briefly earlier in the week. I mean, is there any way Gunrunner loses?
You know, there is a little bit of way that Gunrunner loses. Do we really know how good Rally Cry is yet? I mean, they've been looking forward to this horse blossoming into the type of performance he gave in the Aladar Stakes. He got a 110 buyer the day after. Gunrunner got a 112 buyer. So they're both got their lifetime best races. Yes, Gunrunner is supposed to be a better horse. He's been facing the better horses of his generation for 2 straight years. Gunrunner, Rally Cry hasn't. But if any of the starch has been taken out of Gunrunner, and it doesn't look like it has, I think Rally Cry could be an interesting horse to watch. And also, how does the dynamic of the race shape up? Without the rabbit in the race, who's going to the front? Is it Gunrunner? Is it Rally Cry? Neolithic could be sitting a trip. It's kind of a more interesting race, I think, than maybe people are going to just sort of, he's won the 9 in free space. I think there's a little more intrigue here than just, it's a Gunrunner's race.
Does Chad get a free square too, or an easy win with Gift Box too? He comes back on the card. He's been in the entries before. He's been training steadily, training well. What do you think?
I don't know if it's a free space. I think we overrated Gift Box. I know I'm probably one who overrated Gift Box. I think I actually picked him in the Travers last year, and then he's just okay. He's been off for a long time. I don't think he's run at all this year. My brain is fried, so I can't tell you exactly who else is in the race at this point. But
the rabbit's in there.
The rabbit's in there. I think it's a deeper race than just Gift Box. I don't think it's a free space at all.
And we got 3 days to go, so hopefully the weather will hold off for a Sunday. 1 o'clock post tomorrow, and then 12:30 on Sunday and Monday.
Correct.
Okay, so come on out here. Still plenty of racing action left to go. If you can't make it, check us out here at DRF.com, the Saratoga Report, and with all the best reporting from my man right here, most of it's from him, on Saratoga 217 as we wrap up what has been a terrific meet so far and still a little action left to go.